FOMO is one hell of a drug when it comes to this trading game, when it comes to the charts, man. Like when you miss out on an opportunity because you're like, maybe I should have took that trade. Maybe I shouldn't have closed as early as I did. I often fall victim to that, closing my position earlier than I would like, I should say, because I think it's going to reverse, or I think it's going to potentially go in the opposite direction of my position. But then it continues to trend in the direction that I think it's going to go. It continues to push, right? And I could have made an extra 100, 200, 300, couple $1,000, right? That's literally the worst feeling, right? The fear of missing out, that FOMO. But there's a flip side to the coin as well, right? You know how I just mentioned if I close my position too early. There's also, if you don't close your position early enough, and you could be in the green, you could be in the positive, you could be making money, right? But you think you hold for longer, you bag hold, because you think, well, let's make an extra 100, 200, 300. Maybe let's hit 1,000 on the day. You're more driven on how much money you're making. You're more driven on that plus amount in your account on the day. Your open position, you're so fixated on that. And then let's say you continue to hold that position, and then it reverses to the opposite direction, right? That's the same thing. That's literally the same exact thing, right? FOMO is one of the biggest things that holds beginners, not even just beginners, experienced, the vets, everyone. FOMO is literally one of the worst things because it is going to happen. It's going to happen on both sides of the coin, right? You could have made more money, or you could have lost, or you could lose more money, right? The first one I said, I'd rather be in a position, close out early, and it continues to trend in my direction. Okay, I missed out. Rather than me to hold on to a position, it reverses, and now I go from being in the green to being in the red. Like that this literally happened earlier today. I wasn't even in the green today at all, but let me pull it up. So I was trading the video. Right now I'm currently on the 1 minute chart. So I was looking at pre-market resistance. So we had a resistance around this range. Let me draw a little line for you so you can see it, or just bring this down. So we had a little pre-market resistance around right here. All right, a little pre-market resistance. What is this range? Like 109. Yeah, let's call it 109. We had a resistance there, right? Just because we have a resistance pre-market doesn't necessarily mean it's going to continue to be a resistance. But I jumped in the trade a little earlier than I wanted to. So I see this push down to the downside. I'm like, okay, this is a previous support. Perfect. The previous support. I see it push back up to that aforementioned resistance. So I hop in early. Literally hop in early as hell. I'm not going to lie to you. I hop in real early. Hop in like right here. 109.50. Right? I think it's going to reverse. I'm just trying to make a quick little scalp from here. Literally from here to here. This is like 1%. That's all I'm trying to make is 1% on the day and then call it a day. But it continues to push. It continues to push up. As you can see, it continues to push. Continues to push. And I'm still in the position. At this point in time, I'm down like $60 because I'm trading with a small account value, trading with $700. I'm down like 60 at this point. Pushes down. I'm like, all right, perfect. It's going in our position or going in our direction. At this point, I'm probably down like 20. And then it reverses, or not reverses, but like, I guess retraces to the up direction. And then I close my position because I think to be honest, I think it's going to continue to the upside. That's what I believe. And then we look at what we have here, right? This becomes a resistance, pushes down, hits that resistance again, pushes down again. FOMO. I could have been green on the day. I could have made money on the day. I closed my position out earlier because I was already down on the day. Let's see. I was down $37, 5%. Let me just, for those of you who want to update, this is my second loss in 2 months. All right, yeah, second red day in 2 months. So down 37, then down 10. But you could see we've been green, we've been consistent. I'm not sure if you can see the numbers or not because they're a little. But as you can see, 2 red days in the past month. So first red day of April, down $37, a little more than I wanted to. It's a 5% loss, but kept this one right here, small, to the point. So FOMO, right? How do you avoid it? How do you get rid of it? How do you not feel that FOMO? I mean, there's a couple ways you can kind of do that. First of all, you're never going to not have FOMO. You're never going to not. There's gonna be positions where you close early. It's just inevitable. It's part of trading. You don't know. We can't predict the future. We don't have a magic ball. It's just something that happens. Right, it's something that happens when you're trading, and that happened to me today. I had a red day, second red day in the past month and a half, so that's good news. And I'm never trading on Fridays because I've always had my last red day was on a Friday, so I'm done trading on Fridays. But how do you avoid FOMO, or how do you maneuver? How do you handle it? I say, for me, I walk away from the screen. Once I close out a position, I walk away from the screen. I go outside. I go do something else. Because I typically just have one trade because I'm on that PDT rule. I have one trade. So I use my one trade and then I walk away. I can have multiple. I can have all 3 of my day trades since I'm under the PDT rule. I can have all 3 of my day trades today. But I only use one because I don't want to over trade. I don't want to short something, or not short, buy a put on something, then buy a call on something else, buy the dip. I don't like to do that. I used to do that, but then I overtrade, and then I think every opportunity is an opportunity I need to be in, right? Walk away. That's as simple as that. Walk away, close your screen, because it's going to happen regardless or not. There's going to be a play that happens. You could be in the green X amount of money, but deep down inside, you probably have that greed factor being like, oh, I could have made X amount more money. Oh, I could have made this more money if I just held for 5 more minutes. That goes back to my point of just this channel. Stop focusing on the money. Focus on the process of learning. Focus on the process of growing. Because then the money this is a byproduct of us doing all this. The money is a byproduct of us following our plan, us following our strategy. The money is not the goal. The money is just something that happens. The goal for me, is to know the charts, or not know it, but to dance with the charts, right? As like a dance, you have to be present to be in a dance. When you're dancing, you don't have a set spot on the floor you want to get to. You dance. The point of the dance is the dance, and the point of trading is the actual trading. It's not them making money. So FOMO is going to happen. Close your screen, walk away, go do something else. It's probably not the advice you want to hear, but it's the most simple and straight to the point advice. Because the more you look at the screen, the more you have your eyes glued to the charts, the more you're going to want to hop into a trade, and then you're going to overcompensate, and then you might hop in a trade late. Say it is pushing you in a direction, you're like, oh, I should have bought 2 minutes earlier. You hop in the trade, and now the trade is about to reverse, then you lose money, right? So there's no way to avoid it. There's no way to get around it. All I can say is close your screen. That's literally how to avoid FOMO. So real quick, for those of you who want a little update, my account is currently at 707, so we had a red day today. It is what it is, part of the game. I need $300 more to grow my account from 300 to 8,000. So we're slowly but surely we're getting there. And then I'm going to scale it from 3,000 to 10,000. So stay along for the journey. We're slowly getting there, slowly but surely, but I am no longer fucking trading on Fridays. I know that for a fact because every Friday I lose money. So stay tuned. Peace.